Hi, I'm Niall Heaney from Gulfstream Boat Sales. Today we are in Fermanagh here in Northern Ireland taking a look around this 2006 Sealine S38 sports cruiser. This is a fantastic example of these S38 cruisers. They're a very popular sports boat, huge accommodation on board. There's sleeping space for up to 7 guests. You've got a huge big cockpit for entertaining during the day, and this one is in immaculate condition throughout. Fantastic spec level as well. It's fitted with a pair of Volvo Penta D4 260 horsepower Sterndrive engines, so they're the more modern engines. It's only got just over 500 hours on the clock. It's got a bow thruster, an anchor windlass, ever spacious heating. It has full suite of Raymarine electronics, teak decks. It's just a beautiful example of the S38. The S38 is just a shade under 38 foot long, and it's 12 foot 3 inches across, so 12 foot 3 inch beam. So there's a big lump of a boat, but it's very stylish looking, nice sporty lines on her. You know, it's a sleek looking boat. It's got that forward raked radar arch with a fairly chunky top on it that doubles up as support for your camper covers. The teak on the swim platform looks the part. It's all the original teak, all in very good condition. None of the corners are lifting. The woodwork is all in nice shape. You've got this stern rail across the back, and then taking a look down along that starboard side of the boat, the gel coat again is in lovely shape. I can't really find any lumps out of it. The gel looks really good all the way around. All the fixtures and fittings, like the handrails, are nice and solid. You got these big handrails up on the side of the radar arch, which you can hold on to as you move forward up along the side decks. Sealine badge there. All these nice elongated port lights are all in good condition. Nice wide side decks. A huge foredeck on the boat, all molded and non-slip, non-skid decking. So you could do whatever you want. You could throw towels down, you could sunbathe out here, you could strap down paddle boards or kayaks or a dinghy or whatever. You got a huge big foredeck on her, which really adds to the usability. And then we've got our anchor windlass up here. Foot switches, so you can operate the anchor windlass from here or from the dash. Stepping on board then, we've got one little step up here. We've got this lockable transom gate, nice stainless steel and perspex affair, and then we've got access into this huge cockpit. Just to give you a bit of the history of this particular boat, it was sold new in I think it was November 2005, but it's an 06 hull number, so it was first put in the water in 2006 in England. It's UK VAT paid, all the proper paperwork. We've got the builder certificate, all that sort of stuff. We've also got a full chain of ownership as well, full chain of title. It's had 3 owners since then. So sold new in England. Then when it was 2 years old, it came to Northern Ireland to fresh water here on the Loch Earn system. And it has remained here ever since. It's had 2 owners whilst it's been here. The current owners owned the boat since 2013. So it's a freshwater boat, which means it has none of the signs of saltwater use. So the engine bay is immaculate. All the bright work and stainless steel work around the boat is perfect. You know, I don't know if you spent much time looking around boats or if you've owned boats in the past, but there's a huge difference between a saltwater used boat and a freshwater boat. Freshwater boats just last so much longer. They look great so much longer. And if you're looking for a boat to use in freshwater, I would strongly recommend trying to buy a freshwater boat. Even if you're looking for something older to put in saltwater, if you can get a freshwater example, you're going to get much more, many more years of trouble-free use out of it. So this is a freshwater boat, which puts it miles ahead of any saltwater examples in my mind. It's been fastidiously cared for and looked after. Massive cockpit, a U-shaped lounger on the starboard side around that big cockpit table. We've got a wet bar on the port side with a little barbecue grill and a fridge underneath. We've got a port side lounger. Somebody's left their sweet wrapper. Somebody's gonna forget a talking to there. And beautiful helm station, twin wide helm seat, great headroom, great camper covers, and then forward access into the cabin. We have a barbecue grill here. So this is like an electric barbecue, and it's brand new this year. The owner replaced this in the spring of the year. So that's a brand new grill. The original one just packed up, so the owner replaced it. Nice little bit of corian on top. This stainless steel backing plate protects it from the heat. Stainless steel gas strutting thing, so that's a great little area where you can stand and prepare food. Underneath here we've got a fridge. This is the original fridge, 12 volt refrigerator. so you can get your drinks without having to go down into the galley down below. Then further forward of that, we've got our port side lounger seats. That's a nice big sofa there. It'll accommodate probably up to at least three people. Upholstery and stuff is all in beautiful condition. The camper covers all look the part as well. The owner had these refurbished this year, so there was new zips and things, new clips and catches added. So the camper covers at the back end here all look fantastic. There's a great helm position on the boat. Really comfortable double wide helm seat here. I'm well supported, got a side bolster on it as well. Nice comfortable backrest, and whenever I'm sitting in the helm seat, I've got clear visibility out through the center of the windscreen. So great helm station. As I said, you can tilt adjust on the steering wheel, so you can raise and lower the steering wheel to suit. We've got EVC controls on this boat. It's obviously fitted with those Volvo Penta D4 260 engines, which are definitely the engine of choice. They're the younger, because this is an 06 boat, it's a later build. I think the S38 came out in 2003 as far as I'm aware. So this 06 is a sort of one of the latest versions of it. So it's got the D4 engines, 260 horsepower, common rail fuel injection, very refined motor. We're going to fire those up here now shortly and show you them running. And you got fly-by-wire controls, so finger light throttle and shift controls. We've got trim tab controls down here just below that. Let's key on the ignition so you can, I'll show you the engine hours and stuff, and it brings on the power to these trim tabs. So because your trim tabs with LED indicators all working, everything in this boat works perfectly. You've got your trim switch here, so this is for trimming the drives up and down. We've got our bow thruster control as well, so let's turn that on. So that's it on, and then if we hit the thruster, making nice healthy noises, and the boat's responding really well to that thruster input. We've got Raymarine speed and depth logs, so boat speed here and depth onto the keel here, which is all working. We've got a Raymarine Ray 240E VHF radio with the external mic in good working order, and we've got a Raymarine C60 chart plotter showing 516.4 hours in the clock on the port engine, and on the starboard engine we've got 516.7 hours, so virtually identical engine hours. Engine access on the boat is very straightforward. You just have to lift this large hatch in the center of the cockpit. You don't even have to remove the cockpit table if you don't want to. Now you can, if you did remove the table, it'll lift up a bit higher, but I'm going to nip in underneath it as it is here. And then you've got a wee ladder, 3-step ladder, giving you access down into the engine room. So we're going to climb down in here because I want to have a good look around this engine bay. Like the rest of this boat, it is an absolutely immaculate condition. This is definitely the nicest engine room I've been in a while. It's immaculate. Look at that, the floor spotless. This is how we arrived to the boat today. And then we've got the pair of engines that you really want to see in one of these S38s. The engine of choice in my book would be the D4 260. So a pair of Volvo Penta D4 260s. That's the more modern engine, the common rail fuel injection. They're a very sophisticated power plant, and they have an enviable reputation for reliability and fuel economy. These things are well proven. They give very little trouble if they're properly maintained, and this boat has been properly maintained. We've also got the Fisher Panda generator down here. That's the 8 kilowatt generator. Everything is nice and clean and tidy. It's dry in here, which is great, and there is zero corrosion. Big advantage of it being a freshwater boat. Look at the pulleys in the front of that engine. There is no corrosion there at all. Engines were last serviced in May of 2021. Brand new filters, brand new fuel filters, everything looks nice and clean and tidy. Just before we finish on the subject of the engines as well, through the wonders of technology, we're going to take you onto the water and show you what the sterndrives and props look like. If you're enjoying this tour and you want to be kept up to date as we post more content, bring more videos to our channel and do more boat reviews, then the best way to do that is by subscribing to the YouTube channel. That way, turn on your notifications as well, and you'll find out every time we post a new video. You'll be the first to know whenever there's new boats coming on the market, and you just keep up to date with what's happening and what we have in the pipeline here at Gulfstream Boat Sales. So yeah, we really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Access into the cabin then is through the sliding perspex door, so you can lock that door, sliding really nicely on the runners, and then we've got 3 steps giving us access down into the saloon here. For me, this is where this boat really comes into its own and sets itself apart from all your other sort of 36 to 38 foot sports cruisers. It's got a brilliant layout, separate forward cabin with an island berth, ensuite access to the heads compartment and a separate shower compartment, a huge aft cabin which is also separate from the rest of the boat, and then this lovely saloon area and galley. So whilst it's a lovely shape of a boat, very sleek looking, from the dock, they cram an incredible amount of accommodation down below here, and because it's a Sealine, it's all built and executed to the highest standards. Really high quality fit and finish, lovely cherrywood joinery throughout, lovely solid surface countertops and things, and just a really clever layout. So I'm going to walk you around all these areas now and show you the condition that this one's in. So the saloon area itself is this nice U-shaped lounger seating around a big cherry gloss table, so lovely table. We've got a 12-volt TV in here. There's another 12-volt TV in the aft cabin. We've got our generator control panel, which we'll go through in a minute. We've got our C-Flex boat control panel. Again, this is something that you only sort of found on the later boats, that Sealine C-Flex system. And then we've got our 240-volt switch panel up there too. So I want to walk you through those things in detail in a wee minute, but just to show you the condition in here, it's lovely. Headliner looks perfect. You've got these nice downlighters, and again these high gloss wood panels laid into the roof as well. You know, you've got these little indirect lights in behind these little recessed areas in the gunnels. There's storage underneath these seats also. I'm not going to probably pull and hook at that now at the minute, but and then you can also drop this table down, just doing this little undoing this little hand screw. Drop that table down, and there's a filler cushion that sits on top of it, and that makes that area up into a double bed. So that gives you double bed out here, double bed in the fore cabin, and there's actually 3 berths, believe it or not, in the aft cabin. So that's a total of 7 berths downstairs, plus you still have the option of sleeping another couple of people out on the sun lounger in the cockpit too. So just masses of accommodation. So they've done a nice solid wooden floor at the galley, and again this lovely sort of Korean countertop. We've got a twin burner gas hob here. We've also got a gas cooker as well. We have a 1.5 or sink and a half or whatever they call it, stainless steel sink with hot and cold running water, and we've got 240-volt power sockets here. Remember, TV point there. Remember, this boat has the generator on board, so you can get 240-volt power no matter whether you're plugged into shore power or out on the anchor or staying on an island or something. We've got little pull-out drawer for your bins in there. Nice little larder drawer. We've got a fridge in here. This is a brand new fridge, the owner was telling me. The original one packed up, unfortunately, so this is a brand new fridge. And these boyos are not cheap either. If you've ever bought a fridge for a boat, you'll know that you'll not have much change out of 800 or 900 quid. So that's a brand new isotherm fridge. Moving forward, on the starboard side here, we have the heads compartment, and it has ensuite access into the forward master cabin. So this is your heads compartment, electric flush toilet, Jabsco electric flush toilet. On the port side, we've got a separate shower compartment. So this is great. It means if somebody's showering on board, you still have the use of the heads, which is important on a family boat. And the center door is into our forward master cabin. So you get an island double berth, so you can easily access both sides of the bed. Lovely cherrywood high gloss joinery throughout. Everything is immaculate. There's no evidence of any leaks or anything from any of the port lights in this boat or the deck hatches. Got a nice big mirror across the head of the bed. We've got hanging lockers on both sides, so that's going to work as your wardrobe space. Little sort of units. There's storage up here as well, all these cupboards. There's a heater outlet down here, so you get heating in all the cabins. Access into the aft cabin then is via this door just beside the galley, and then we've got access into this aft cabin. This aft cabin is fantastic on these S38s. Really is very cleverly done. So you get full standing headroom as you come into the cabin. We've got this nice big hanging locker stroke wardrobe. It's even got its own little wash basin here and vanity unit. As you come in with hot and cold running water, which is nice stuff. You know, they can use that sink without having to tie up the main heads compartment. And then we've got a total of 3 berths in here, which is great. Got these twin berths over here. You're sort of typical what you would get on every sort of sports cruiser this size. And you can put a filler piece in there and make that up into a nice big double berth as well. But we've also got this additional full length single berth on the port side here, which is pretty unusual. You don't tend to find this on many boats of this size. So you got full proper 3 size beds in here, which is great if you've got 3 kids or if you just want to accommodate more people. If you're interested in this Sealine S38 and you want to find out more about it, then please sign up for VIP access on our website at gulfstreamboatsales.com. All you have to do is pop your name and email address into the box below this video on our site at gulfstreamboatsales.com, and you can get VIP access, which is completely free. Once you've signed up, then navigate back to the Sealine S38 page and you can watch our full-length video tour where we go through the whole boat in more detail than you could probably ever want. We'll show you around the dash, we'll show you around the engine room, we'll fire up the engine so you can hear them starting and running. We'll even give you a look onto the water at the sterndrives to see what condition they're in, and just give you a much better idea of what this S38 is all about, the condition that this one's in, and hopefully it'll help you to figure out whether it might be the right boat for you. So that's sign up for VIP access at gulfstreamboatsales.com. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video.